So today I'll be talking about how to make connections as a young footballer. But first, let me tell a story. So I remember this one Saturday where I wasn't really doing anything. I was maybe thinking that maybe I'll go do some individual training, or I might call up my cousin to, just do some one-to-one training with him. Maybe just, just work on our technicals a little bit, maybe a bit of fitness as well. But then obviously I got this call from a guy who was coaching a Sunday league team, and obviously he said that, yo, there's training today 10 a.m. and he was basically just asking me, am I available to come? I didn't really think anything of it. I was thinking, is it really worth it to go? Is it really worth it to go to this Sunday league training session? But to be fair, the place that they were training at was literally the exact same place where I usually go, the exact same AstroTurf where I usually go anyway. So I was like, alright, cool. Let me just go to this training session. It won't hurt, what I'm saying? It won't hurt, get some touches in, actually play against people, because as you guys know, playing with people, small-sided games is a lot more effective than, just doing drills by yourself. You understand? Obviously there's a time and place to do drills, but I think the best way to get better is to play with high level players, small-sided games, whether that's like keep ball possession drills, or literally just 5v5 7v7s, whatever you want to do. But anyway, I literally go to this Sunday league training session. Obviously, I go there, I do my thing, I play, and then after the session, after the session there was this guy who was just basically asking me questions. He was like, "Oh, bro, you're a good player. Have you ever played semi-pro before?" And then I basically just told him, "Yeah, I've made a few substitute appearances." I think I was like 17 at this point. I was like, "Yeah, I've made a few substitute appearances for this team at Step 4." And obviously we ended up exchanging contact details. He ended up inviting me to many more like football sessions that he had with some of his guys, or that, yeah, basically just ended up inviting me to a lot just football sessions with some of his guys, decent players. And obviously then he ended up inviting me to, his first team training session. He was like, "Yo, this season he's joining a certain first team. He's pretty much already signed for them." And then he was basically just asking me, "Yo, do you wanna come play? Do you wanna come play for this first team?" I think this first team was maybe like Step 5 in the UK, I think, which is pretty decent level, Step 5 in the UK. And he was like, "Yo, you're good enough to come, you're good enough to start, you're good enough to get minutes." So I was thinking, yo, if I'm good enough to get minutes, I might as well, just go and see what happens. You understand? Like, what's the worst that can happen? Just go play my game, and let's just see what happens. So I ended up going to the first team training session, and then after I feel like I played decent. You understand? Not 10 out of 10, but solid 7 out of 10 performance across the whole training session. But then obviously the first team manager, after the session he ends up offering to sign me on the first training session. So yeah, he ended up offering me a chance to sign for the team, literally just there and then. But you see the way how I literally made a connection, literally just by going there, literally just by putting myself out there. Literally just a meaningless Sunday league training session literally led to me, being offered the opportunity to sign for a first team. You understand? So literally, when it comes to making connections as a young footballer, the first point is literally just to put yourself out there. Literally just put yourself out there. Literally just find, what's it called, in your area. There's probably like a few hot spots where people go to play football. You understand? Whether that's a power league, whether that's like a local AstroTurf that you can get into for free. Maybe it's a certain park in your area. Just look in your area just for the local hot spots, and literally just go there and train. Even if you don't interact with people for the first time, just go there and get some good training sessions in. Because trust me, even if you're there training by yourself, people will eventually notice you. If you're consistent. Let's say even if you have school or something on the weekdays, if you're consistent, every Saturday you're there, maybe every Sunday morning you're there, maybe a few times after school you're there as well. Eventually people are gonna start to notice you. Eventually people are gonna start seeing your faces, and then they're gonna start talking to you, getting to ask you questions. You understand? And this is how you sort of make connections. Because even at the local AstroTurf that I normally go to, I was there consistently. You understand? A few, maybe twice a week after school, on the days I didn't have team training, I'd go, and then I'll be there pretty much every single Saturday as well. Me and my cousin will be there, most Saturdays if he was available. But if he wasn't available, I was pretty much there I was pretty much there most Saturdays, and then obviously people start to recognize you. Then you get to talking, people know your name, and that's sort of how you create. That's sort of how you create that buzz in your area. Understand? Because I remember when I was like really young, I always used to wonder, like year 7, year 8 times. I always used to wonder that how is it that that everyone knows this guy for playing football? Like how is it that he's played here, everyone knows him. People from this school know him, people from this school know him for football, people from that school know him for football. I was like, how does everyone know this guy? And it's literally just from him just putting himself out there, either him or his parents, you know. There's always that one guy I feel like where it's like he's been on trial with this academy, he's been on trial with this academy, he played with this academy for a year, he played on that team for a year, maybe he played on the districts for a year. And obviously this player must be talented if he's getting these certain opportunities. But all in all, yeah, sometimes they're not even that talented. It's literally just about them or their parents just pushing them, just putting them out there. Literally just saying, yo, today I'm gonna take you here, today I'm gonna take you here, today I'm gonna take you here. I've literally just seen it firsthand. Normally this guy has like a dad who's really into football, and his dad is literally, and his dad, you can just tell his dad is literally just sometimes his dad just says, yo, come, we're going to this training session. The guy probably doesn't even know what's going on. He doesn't know where he's going to train, but his dad literally just tells him, yo, come, we're going to this training. I got a training session for you tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow we're going to this place so you can go train and play football. Simply just putting himself out there, just making connections. And then that's how you get those guys. Like I said, when I was really young, year 7, year 8, why everyone knows them from school. Everyone knows that they used to play for this academy, they used to play for this academy. Or even if they're just known, like I said, it like going to their local AstroTurf or something, and all the guys who usually go there, they know him, they know his face, they know how good of a player he is, and then that's created that sort of buzz in the area. That's when you, because I've seen it at the AstroTurf where we'll be playing matches or something. Maybe I'll pull up and there's already like 12, 13, 14 guys there, or maybe they're doing like a little tournament in the cage, and I'll be thinking, yo, obviously I'd join, I'd come play, and then there's always, and then it's happened multiple times where there'll be certain guys that'll pull up, and then, you know, when certain guys pull up who are known as, you know, the ballers in the area, and then everyone's like, yo, do you know who that is? Do you know who that is? Like, yo, like, I remember, I think he used to play for West Ham, I think he used to play for this, like, yo, that guy's a baller. And all the time I'd be thinking, yo, how do people know this guy everywhere? Like, these people, like I said, guys from this school, guys from this school, guys from this school, and it's literally just putting themselves out there, you understand? And then eventually when I started going consistently, I started to become one of those guys where, you know, I'd pull up to the AstroTurf and people would be like, yo, it's that guy, you know what I'm saying? It's that guy, he's a baller, I've seen him play, have you seen him play? Eventually I started to become one of those guys, and that's sort of how you create a buzz around you. That's sort of how you build connections. Literally the easiest way, just to show up. Look around your city, look around in the hotspots where, you know, the best players go to play football. And yeah, just go there, even if it's training by yourself, or you join in playing in matches. Just maybe you go to ask someone, "Oh, can I hop in your session?" And literally, that's how you create a buzz. That's how you basically start to get to. That's how you get known by people. You understand? And maybe one of those people plays for a team at a higher level. Maybe they play for a team at a higher level. Maybe they can hook you up with a trial, like what happened to me. You understand? And you never know. So that's just one simple way as a young footballer to build connections. Because I know young footballers complain all the time, oh, I don't have the right connections, I don't know any coaches, I don't know any this. But trust me, that's the most simplest way. Just find the hotspots in your area where, you know, all the best players go. Maybe the best teams in your area train there as well. And then yeah, once they see your consistency, or you ask to join in their sessions, and you impress, you perform, you play at your best, yeah, then you're bound to, you know, someone's bound to ask you, oh, what team do you play for? Do you want to come play for this team? You know, this team are a higher level than what you are already. Come play for us. You know what I'm saying? Someone's bound to say that to you. So that's literally the first point. Literally just put yourself out there. It's very easy. Then the next point is literally to join teams who have a reputation of having good connections, have a reputation of sending guys to academy. So the only way to really know this, like I said, is to put yourself out there, start communicating with people, and then you'll start to hear certain teams in the area where guys go to, and for some reason they're just funneling everyone into academies. You know, this guy joined the team. 6 months later, he's at this academy. Another player joined a year later, he's at an academy. Like in my area personally, there's probably about I want to say I've heard about 3 or 4 teams who are known, who are consistently known for, funneling players to academies. Even if the players don't stay there for long, they're always funneling their players, giving their players at least that opportunity. You understand? Because all most young players really want is just an opportunity. A lot of people don't get that. All young players just want is an opportunity just to show what they're about. So literally, if it's just that these sort of teams, they get their players like a 6 week, an 8 week, a 10 week trial period, or you get a lot of them who actually end up signing for maybe a year, maybe 2 years, or even a guy who stays there long term, or not even stays at the same academy long term, but just plays academy football long term. So maybe he changes team every 2 years. You understand? So literally, just like I said, once you put yourself out there, you're gonna start to meet people. You understand? And then those people, you get to talking, conversating, and then you actually be in the loop of, okay, I need to join this team. I need to join this team. This team seems that they're funneling academy players. This team, they film their game. This team has a partnership with this professional team. You understand? This team films their games, puts their games on YouTube. Okay, cool. That means I'll have a highlight tape of all my best bits that I can send to higher level coaches. You know what I'm saying? You have to sort of think like that. So yeah, that's usually just the second point. Literally just find, it can even be one-to-one coaches as well actually. So literally just being, like I said, once you put yourself out there, now you're in the loop. Now you're talking to people. Now you're conversating. So now you know which teams you need to join, which teams can funnel you, can elevate you to a higher level, and literally, like I said, from there, once you get your opportunity, that's your time. You know what I'm saying? So find teams, even one-to-one coaches. Like I said, find teams or one-to-one coaches who are known for funneling their players to a higher level, and just jump on the bandwagon. You know what I'm saying? Don't miss that opportunity. And then my last point is literally, like, I mentioned it a little bit in the last point. Literally just use social media. A lot of teams have VO cameras now, so try get some of your try compile some of your highlights, and try just, what's it called, send it to higher level coaches. Let's say you send them a message. Obviously send the message along with your highlights so they can kind of see what type of player you are. Like, I've heard, me personally, one of my friends was telling me that one of his boys literally just out of the blue literally just sent his highlight tape to Fulham Academy under 16s, and he actually got a trial. You know what I'm saying? He actually got a trial with Fulham literally just by sending his highlight tapes. I was in disbelief. I thought it was cap, but yo, my boy showed me proof, and it was like, yo, one of his guys, one of his young guys actually got a trial for Fulham under 16s. I don't know if he actually made it through or not. I'm not too sure. I don't think he did, because I think if he did, I would have caught wind of it. I would have heard of it. But still, you see how he literally just got that opportunity just by using social media. Maybe you can post your things on Instagram. Like I said, send it to coaches. I've even heard players using LinkedIn to get connection to actually join teams. So literally that's the last point. Literally just use social media. It's there. Don't just be consuming content all day, scrolling TikTok, scrolling Instagram. Actually use it to improve and elevate your football career. But that's all I got to say for this vid. I hope you enjoyed. I've been JT, and I'm out.